Check this out.
This is a
You're listening to exclusive
interview with Gossiping Heifers. Our special guest is managing partner of the law firm of Anderson & Smith PC, a professor at Thurgood Marshall School of Law, an entertainment attorney you definitely need to have on your side. Please welcome our guest, attorney Ricky Anderson.
Hello, Michelle. How are you?
I'm doing fine, Mr. Anderson. Now, we know each other personally, but the world knows of you worldwide, so I am glad we had an opportunity at your busy schedule to finally have a chance to talk.
Oh, yes. No, it's my pleasure. I am always honored to have a little bit of dialogue with you to sort of talk about what's happening in this world of entertainment.
And you are definitely the man to talk to about that. I mean, because your roster already has major legends. You have Steve Harvey, Monique, Isaiah Washington, Yolanda Adams, and many others. What does it take for an entertainment attorney to gain that type of clientele?
So, Michelle, I'm glad you asked. And the short answer to that is to remain creative, even as a lawyer. And that's what my clients expect of me. You know, they hold me to that standard. They want me to always be a forward thinker, stay abreast of the new demands as far as the entertainment industry is concerned. Everything is digital now. And allowing them to have those opportunities to grow, expand their brands, and just build onward and outward.
Very good advice. So in other words, people do not hire your cousin Pookie who's coming up trying to be an entertainment attorney. Get somebody who knows what they're doing and what they're talking about. Now, I know you go out to a lot of events, and I know people come to you and start trying to pick your brain for, the legal advice. I want to know, how do you handle those situations?
Well, really, if a person has unique questions and need to have that privacy that's cloaked in the attorney-client privilege, I will just, kindly ask them to either give me a call or let's step out in the hallway so that we're not in the midst of others, allowing them to sort of, ear hustle the information while I'm sharing it with them. And that's, one of the things that happen quite frequently. You'll have a potential client that'll see you and say, well, I'd love to get into business with you. And then they'll start sort of expressing themselves. And I always say protect that intellectual property because, as you stated, I am a professor. I've been lecturing at Thurgood Marshall School of Law for 20 years. And for each of the talents, clients, be them songwriters or actors, actresses, should at least protect that intellectual property, that creative genius that they have in their mind.
Good advice. Now, you're always doing exciting work from lectures on entertainment law, music industry contracts, and trial preparation, movies, television, and radio. So what are you currently working on right now?
Well, we've got a host of other television shows that will air the fall of 2018. I've got 2 in the hopper for 2019. Just can't name them until the networks actually release those. Mm-hmm. But just right now, with the talents that I represent, we've got 14 television shows in current production right now today, Michelle, while we're talking. So the industry is really treating us well right now. A number of feature films, and I also have an educational portal for your listening audience if they're interested in learning more about behind the scenes and, what it takes to get into the entertainment industry, be it time management, merchandising, touring, production agreements, distribution agreements, songwriters, and it's through my institute. It's the Attorney Ricky Anderson Entertainment Law Institute.
Now, you were recently on a panel for the politics of entertainment. Now, can you tell us a little bit more about that discussion?
Yes, and that was a great panel, and I really salute the team at Houston Community College for just bringing that to its audience. And it talked about, negotiating actual deals in the industry and putting talents to work. And it really looked at producers, writers, directors, the full scope of the entertainment industry, just not those in front of the cameras, but those behind the cameras, and how those relationships are created and the value of those relationships, and being able, to take a talent, and give them an opportunity to have an audition or, send in an air check to be considered, or at least, have that opportunity to have access to these platforms that we have even in the digital world when you talk about, Hulu, Netflix, Roku, and, of course, still the cable channels, and the ABCs and NBCs of the world.
Now, Texas Southern University's Office of Continuing Education has increased its online certificate programming with your edition of the virtual campus. Why do you think online learning is competitive and beneficial?
Well, it's two things. It's convenient, and our millennials love it. And I'm there at Texas Southern University, but I'm also on Tennessee State University's campus as well. I'm on Southern University's campus as well as Bethune-Cookman. They have 3 campuses throughout the country. And so all 4 of those universities carry the Attorney Ricky Anderson Entertainment Law Institute. It's a digital campus. It's very inexpensive, and I've got over 280 courses there. Certificate programs, some accredited, some not, but they certainly will give you that insight at a very reasonable rate.
That's real good for education, especially with, like you said, millennials and adults who want to expand their learning experience. Definitely go check out those courses. Now let's talk blockbusters. We had blockbusters like Black Panther, currently A Wrinkle in Time. Why do you think films like these are needed and make an impact on the community?
Well, we need it because really 2 valuable reasons. Number one, the world needs to know that we've got stories that can be told and can be told very well in our communities. And number 2, it really supports the employment infrastructure. As I said, not just those in front of the camera, but those that are working lights and sound and stage and crew and casting and everything else. So the one thing about this business is that it's changed, Michelle, so exponentially over the years. It's kind of like, Oprah is a super icon, and everybody looks at her being a multi-billionaire. Well, but when she was building her franchise, there were like 20 or 24 stations, television stations, whereas now you got 800. So, this digital world is giving us plenty of platforms. There's places for us to generate revenue. And the things I want your listening audience to know is that this business, the entertainment industry, it's always been ranked in the top 10 of America's gross national product since I've been checking it, and it's been as high as number 2. Mind you, gross national product for America. Entertainment is in the top 10 and has been as high as number 2. And for those that want to Google search or fact check me, just go to the U.S. Department of Commerce. They prepare a monthly report, and it'll let you see what entertainment really does for our country. I mean, look at our 2 largest cities, New York and L.A., and it's just, it speaks volumes to the power in our industry. So I want that listening audience of viewers to know that, this is a fortified industry. We certainly welcome, their participation, and I'm always available, to, speak to the audience or answer some questions or try to give some directives.
Well, I definitely want to recommend everybody who is looking to get in the industry or know how to get their paperwork in line up front before anything happens additional. Where can they find you, Ricky?
Okay, no, they can either look me up on the internet. My email address or my website is www.attorneyrickyAnderson.com, and that's www.attorney, Ricky, R-I-C-K-Y, Anderson, A-N-D-E-R-S-O-N. And I do not have an E in the spelling of my Ricky. It's just R-I-C-K-Y. Or they could go to the digital campus, and it's the attorney. It's www.atty- and just the letter R as in Ricky, the letter A as in Anderson, the letter E as in entertainment, the letter L as in law, and the letter I as in institute.com. So that's the www.atty-raeli.com.
Well, Ricky, it's been a pleasure having you on.
And Michelle, you guys are absolutely wonderful. I love you all, and I'm always a phone call away. We're family, and I really, I support you guys, and it's not just a plug, it's the truth. You are the best. Love you guys, and I'm a phone call away if you ever need me.